Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
For tank and tankless hot water heaters, for clogged drains, for leaky faucets, for toilets that won't flush. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is your trusted source to solve all your plumbing needs. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Roasty, roasty, roasty. Roasty, roasty, roasty. Who wants to join us for the roast of Steve Biggs live on stage at the Snoqualmie Casino Ballroom, Friday, April 15th, Friday, April 15th.
No, go April 14th.
Yeah.
Great time there. Show up, everybody.
Get your tickets, man. It's going to be a hell of a show. We've got live music with Glenn Cannon and Damage Done, so it's just not going to be roasting Steve, though that's going to be great entertainment, too.
Yeah, there'll be music. We'll be hanging out. It's a chance to be around all of us from KSW. We haven't been able to do that on a weekend in years, actually. So that's going to be a lot of fun to be able to hang out with the Rockaholics. And Adam Gerke from Q13 is joining us, part of the roast. Walter Jones, Seahawks Hall of Famer, he's going to be there. Craig Gass and some other people as well are possibly going to be there. We're still waiting on confirmation, but it's going to be a great time at my expense.
Yes, it is. And ticket proceeds, some of the proceeds going towards Smash Seattle, a great organization that provides medical coverage for musicians that do not have insurance. And you can get those tickets. General admission tickets are still available, but they are going fast. Tickets are on sale now at KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. B Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B Migs, and it's time to turn down for tentacles.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, release the Kraken or any other sports team that have tentacles in them, because I'm wearing a Tacoma Defiant soccer shirt that's got tentacles on it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And Danny and I went to one of the soccer games last year, and then Danny is a bad influence because we went to the shop and I spent a lot of money on stuff.
It's a nice shirt.
Yeah, it's a really nice shirt.
Money well spent, I'd have to say.
Well, thank you very much.
I wonder how many teams have tentacles.
A lot of them are here.
In their logos.
Yeah, good question. I prior to the Kraken, I don't know, and I didn't even know the Defiants had them themselves. So there you go.
Yeah. And I don't know how recent of an addition the tentacles were to them, but I know that they have recently had the name change. So it's been frequent or recent. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know many other. I can't think of any other teams offhand. Maybe there's one that's just like such an obvious one. But I'm just not thinking. I'm blanking on. But I can't think of any other team that has tentacles.
Who's got squids or octopi in there?
The Red Wings, like they embrace the octopus, but that's more of like the lore and the moment of someone throwing an actual octopus on the ice. But their mascots are kind of like an octopus, like an actual one.
Huh.
But it's not worked into their logo or their design. Maybe like like T-shirts that are not. Actual
like the official ones,
or they fill at the team shop, but not necessarily really the logo.
That's fun. We'll have to figure that out. But right now, we got to get to our contestant because we got Dave and Bonnie Lake to take on Steve. Dave, are you there?
Go Kraken!
Go Kraken! Release the Kraken! Get out of here, Steve. All right, goodbye. For those playing at home, Dave will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Dave, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
A woolly mammoth, a saber-toothed tiger, and a sloth find an infant baby and try to return him to his family in what Disney CGI film?
Jeez. All right, what is the name of that?
That's what I'm asking.
Pass.
What color is the $5 bill in Monopoly?
Blue.
No.
Yellow.
No.
White.
No. In what year of the mid-'80s did Dee Snider testify in front of Congress?
84, 85, 86.
85, yes. Which branch of mathematics deals with the size and shape of objects?
Geometry.
Yes. Mark McGrath is known as the lead singer of what 90s? Oh, done.
Well,
You're done.
there
Potty
we
mouth.
go.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know?
No, what was the question again?
Oh, Mark McGrath is known as the lead singer of what 90s band?
Oh, crap.
Sugar
Next.
Ray.
That one, yes.
Okay,
Sugar Ray.
Danny gets it.
Yes.
What is the smallest unit of matter?
Adam?
Yes. What time are all the clocks stuck on in the movie Pulp Fiction?
420?
Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. Danny, Vicky, and Potty Mouth over there get 5.
Yay!
It's not going to be a win, I'm afraid.
Oh, no, not at all. And just as a PSA, and I try to remind everybody when we still take the contestants, stop swearing, you weirdos.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're just trying to think, but think without saying bad words.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you dropped the S-bomb. So,
Oh.
yeah, so Vicky and Danny hopped in to triple team you on this one.
Oh, it's going to be a handicap match, brother.
Yes, and I still don't think that you're really going to have to worry. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
A woolly mammoth, a saber-toothed tiger, and a sloth find an infant baby and try to return him to his family in what Disney CGI film?
Is that How to Train Your Dragon?
No.
I'm going to go Aladdin.
Aladdin? No.
That's it.
Peter Pan.
No. What color is the $5 bill in Monopoly?
That blue?
No. Pink. Yes. In what year of the mid-'80s did Dee Snider testify in front of Congress?
84.
No.
85.
Yes. Which branch of mathematics deals with the size and shape of objects?
Geometry.
Yes. Mark McGrath is known as the lead singer of what 90s band?
Sugar Ray.
Yes.
Every morning.
What is the smallest unit of matter?
1.
No.
0.
No.
Teeny tiny.
No. What time are all the clocks stuck on in Pulp Fiction?
Oh, 420.
Yes. Most of a penny is made of what type of metal?
Bronze.
No.
Aluminum.
No.
Titanium.
No. What color was Obi-Wan?
Copper.
No.
Oh.
What color was Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber?
Red.
No.
Blue.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he just squeaked by there with a win. 6-5.
Wow.
Ooh-wee, that was a close one.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, if the answer is correct to that animated movie, I think maybe you might have messed up, but we'll see.
Oh, okay.
I don't, but Steve didn't get it either, right?
No, nobody got it.
Yeah, so.
Had we come back around to it, I would have gotten it.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you could have just yelled it out.
I know, but I was trying to think of the question, and all I could think of was Scooby-Doo.
Oh, damn it, Vicky, you could have given us a tie.
I know.
Possibly, but didn't happen.
Oh, man.
So, BJ, what is your guess on the woolly
Is it-
mammoth, saber-toothed tiger, and sloth?
Is it Ice Age?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that's a Disney movie.
It is. I did. It is. I looked it up.
It is?
Yes.
It's on Disney Plus.
Well, maybe on Disney Plus, but was it
I
originally-
literally looked it up, dude.
That's
Walt
funny.
Disney
I'm
Company.
looking. I just looked at the text. Some people are like, Ice Age is not a Disney movie.
It
It's
is.
a DreamWorks movie.
It's a dream. I think they're right. It may be on Disney Plus, but I think
Is
it
it
is a
owned by
DreamWorks.
Disney, though?
It's owned by Disney.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure, Danny?
Positive.
Because I mean, 20th Century Fox released it, not Disney.
I'm telling you, it's Disney.
I went and looked it up too because I wouldn't sit here and say it. But 20th Century Fox originally released that movie. Disney did not.
I googled who owns Ice Age, and it says the Walt Disney Company.
I not who owns it. Who released it though?
That's not what I asked,
That's not
though.
what he asked.
You said the Disney movie.
In what
It is.
Disney CGI film? It's a Disney CGI film.
It is.
Well, that's that. Yeah, I think that's misleading because
it's
it was
not.
Oh,
I
my
agree.
God.
I would have got it right if you didn't
Yeah,
say the
it's-
Disney part.
I really
I
was
feel misled and lied to.
It originally wasn't a Disney movie though. Disney didn't make the movie. They own it, but they didn't make it.
That's not the part you focus on. You focus on sloth,
Well, but-
mammoth,
but-
and everything. No, that's
I know,
that's
but I
silly.
mean that's what would have me up is like Disney did not make that movie.
I mean, I'm well versed in my DreamWorks movies, and I thought for sure, I was like, oh, it must
Yeah.
be something different. I mean,
And
it's-
Rev did not know that the Disney didn't release that movie. That's the problem. If he had any clue,
You
that they
don't
didn't
know me,
release-
you jackass. How about you just shut up?
Did you know they released it?
I don't care.
Okay, there we go.
I looked
rest
it
my
up,
case.
and it was a Disney thing.
Yeah,
Jesus
it was.
Christ, you ass!
It's not an ass thing.
That's
it's
also
just,
a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, You Ass is a great film.
Disney did not
About a
make
donkey.
that movie.
So
That's all.
what? Who cares? Why do you care?
Who cares? Because you ask questions and they've got to be correct.
That is correct.
It is not
Are
correct.
you that stupid?
No, you can't. Just because Disney buys a movie doesn't mean that they made the movie. So you gotta sit there and tell us, because we know our movies, we know our DreamWorks, we know our Pixar, we know our stuff, and you can't just go.
You clearly don't, because you don't know that it's now a Disney movie.
Well, I know that Disney didn't make it.
geez, when it comes to our animated films there, Vicky.
And Vicky, honestly, Vicky, did you know that Disney that didn't make it, but they just bought it?
Yes.
Well, good for you. You're the only one in the studio that did. You're the only one in the studio that did. Because even Danny was like, it's a Disney movie. No, Danny didn't. He thought they made it. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. I'm done. We're doing a trivia game. You got to ask these questions a little
Oh, my
correctly.
God.
Yeah, it's a trivia game.
From the
DreamWorks
guy
made
that
that.
Okay, so how about you write all the questions now, you penis?
I'll write all the questions. How about that?
Did I just get called a penis? I feel like that's...
Well, it's National Peanut
Oh,
Day.
he called me
My
a
bad.
he called me a peanut. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Well, there you go. Well, that's good news then. Well, I think the bottom line is Rev is wrong. We all know that. So there you go.
We were talking about this last night.
I just got the finger. I'm number one.
Numero uno.
I am number uno in the penis brigade. Woo! Congratulations to me.
Yesterday we were talking, my wife and I were talking about, I forgot that even Pixar is like a Disney thing now too, right?
Yeah, that's been for a while.
I know it has, but I forgot.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's been
Do they
for a
own
long
everything?
while.
Yes.
Yes.
Even me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So how
with
many-
all the tattoos you have, they might as well.
I sold myself to them about 10 years ago for like $20.
So I wonder how many of these animated movies that Disney's just said, well, we've got the channel. Why don't you just sell it to us?
Well, yeah, and a
let
lot
us
of
have
times, because even like to your point, like Home Alone wasn't originally a Disney movie, but then they ended up acquiring 20th Century Fox, and that's why like you can watch Home Alone on all the Disney Pluses
Oh, I hadn't
now.
even thought about that. So that's why it's a Disney movie, because they bought Fox. Oh, okay. Well, that's just like saying that, Star Wars, back in the day was a Disney movie, but it was not. But it is now, right?
It's on Disney, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it would say that it wasn't a Disney movie when it was released, the first Star Wars.
Well, one text says, Rev didn't ask who made it or released it. It just says a Disney movie. That's from Marty and Yelm.
Yeah, well, you know what, Marty?
Because Star Wars now would be considered a Disney movie.
Yeah.
God, I'm never going to call Star Wars a Disney movie. I'm sorry.
I am now forever, if that's going to bother you.
It's a Lucasfilm.
It's
I'm
my
sorry.
favorite Disney movie.
It's always going
Empire
to be a
Strikes Back.
Lucasfilm to me. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, he signed away everything with Mickey and Minnie right there. So I think
I hadn't thought. Well, I guess if Mickey and Minnie are there, I guess it is legit. No, if they were there, that's a completely different story. If they're there, then it's official. I mean, if as long as Minnie and Minnie are there. Otherwise, if it's just some suit, then it's not official to me. But if
can't
Mickey
wait.
and Minnie were there,
One day when someone says, what's your favorite Disney movie? I'll say Empire Strikes Back.
you better not say that.
Ewoks
Then
are my
I'll
favorite.
cut you.
The Ewoks are my favorite Disney characters.
I will cut you. What if Disney brought the WWE and then you had to call it Disney Wrestling?
Dude, there's been moments where that's the rumor that one day they will be.
Why not? They own everything.
No, that's been the actual talk. Like, I don't know if it's actually
Really? That Disney's going to buy the
about-
WWE?
A few months ago, there was some serious talks to that when they were doing all those releases, and like the people were thinking, oh, the McMahons are going to sell it. They're going to sell it, and then there was talks, oh, they're probably going to sell it to Disney, which I was like, that would be so crazy to like just see what they do.
Wow. How much could he sell it to them for? I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but they'd have to like change a lot of things. Some of those old
I would
episodes
say-
would never be shown again.
Do you think the quality would change because
100%.
of like things that they would not allow?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot nowadays, because I don't think they were really like pushing the envelope as they used to back in like the quote unquote Attitude Era in the 90s. But like, I wonder if some of that stuff would just kind of disappear, or some like question. I mean, I know that they've kind of scrubbed some stuff in the Peacock network because they just didn't want to have to deal with the headache.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
But man, if Mickey became the commissioner of the WWE, how crazy would that be?
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think
What you
that.
got to do, brother? When the largest ears and gonna run wild on you.
See, I don't think you have to worry about it, because they're actually right now in talks of putting a lot of the Netflix shows that were the more barbaric of the MCU type film, like Daredevil, Punisher, and everything. They're trying to put that over into Disney Plus territory, and a lot of people are complaining about it, but they're trying to figure out how to do it. So if they succeed and they do get WWE as well, I don't think you'll have to worry.
Yeah, Vicky, I'm a little concerned about that because those shows are rough.
Oh yeah,
and I don't, and rougher than anything I've seen on Disney Plus. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Are they just going to say, look, you're going to have parental controls? This is going to be an interesting thing to see. And if they cut out anything from those shows, that really does suck. It's like, come on, Disney. I mean, let the shows be what they were, especially the Punisher. How are they going to put the Punisher on there?
Unless they just have like a little offshoot like Disney After Dark.
Ooh,
it's like,
DAD.
Yeah, it's like where it's not just Donald not wearing pants.
That's right. If you want to see the DIC, go to the DAD.
And according to a couple of articles, are saying that we're going to get Daredevil on Disney Plus tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, my wife started watching Daredevil. She's really late to the party, and then, of course, they yanked it from Netflix, and so I can at least tell her it'll be interesting to see because there's some scenes that are just a beating.
Have her watch the Ben Affleck one. Let me know what she thinks of that. All right. I'm going to take that as a yes. And you're just writing it down in your phone to remind your wife to watch it.
Has Disney bought that movie? I don't think they have, and I think you know why.
You just don't want to mess with greatness. That's why.
Oh, is that why they don't want to say? Okay. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts at 919 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. Brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration. It's pretty simple, man. You got something you want to say, make sure you say it the right way. That's the Steve way.
That's to show some energy and bring it, BJ. Otherwise, we have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Alex and Yelm. Alex, you are on the Rock.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hey, Alex.
Good morning, Alex. What you got for us, buddy?
So, I want to talk about biggest Seattle sports upsets that you guys were brought up last week.
Oh, yeah, things that really ticked you off.
So, this is actually back in '94 during the MLB strike when we had A-Rod, and then he went and transferred to the Rangers.
Oh, with that big...
Yeah.
What was that?
So
200? Wasn't that $250 million?
Yeah, it was.
I remember.
Yeah, I can't blame him for the money.
No, I'd leave Seattle for $250.
But back then, I was pretty sick with cancer, and I was like going through treatment, and one of the doctors there knew someone that worked for the Mariners, so I ended up getting a personalized autographed card by him. And then like a week later, I went to a game, and I actually got to meet him, and then he signed a baseball for me too.
Oh, wow.
So it was your fault that he left.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was on my thought. He like that dang cancer kid.
Yeah, had it with that kid. He's
Dang
driving me
cancer
crazy.
kid. Was he a nice guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he was awesome. He was awesome then.
I feel like he got a bum rap for leaving. I know a lot of people like still to this day are like, and I saw a few people on social media bringing up the question of will Seattle fans be as angry with Russell Wilson as they were with Alex Rodriguez? Because when you think about it, like they both left town for what they feel is better options. And then the more you hear about Russell Wilson with like he had 14 teams that he did research on to figure out which teams he'd be willing to go to. Like this was very premeditated, more so than, you know, they try and make it seem like whereas it's like he just got traded. He wanted to stay in Seattle. I was like, well, I mean, he was doing his homework to see which team he wanted to be traded to.
Yeah, I think he was a good soldier is what he was. He was a good employee. I think he knew a long time ago that this was going to, what we all thought was that Pete's a defensive minded guy. And if you're a QB that wants to be the star of the show, it's just not going to happen on Pete's team. You know, it's not what Pete wants. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I don't blame him. And, you know, with A-Rod, unfortunately, just because how baseball works, it's hard to blame him, even though the Rangers really did nothing. I don't think they even made the playoffs one year with him, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, but I don't think the Rangers ever even made the playoffs with A-Rod. So what a waste of money.
What if next year the Broncos just a massive failure, which would be great for Seahawks fans. You know, some people want to see Russ do bad, but more importantly, then that means we get a better draft pick next year than if they did well. Wouldn't that be nuts?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're absolutely right, Steve. We want the Broncos to tank. Sorry, Caesar.
Screw you, Caesar.
It'll be interesting to see because he's going to go to another new offensive coordinator. That usually takes some time. And, he made some decisions, and I don't know why he did. He doesn't run like he used to, and he got sacked a lot. He held on to the ball. Now, maybe he'll have a better offensive line, but I don't know, man. I really think this is a huge mistake for the Broncos. I really do.
Wasn't that like one of the knocks? And like they said, the Broncos are pretty solid on defense, pretty solid. They got great receivers. The only sticky point with them is their offensive line, which is kind of funny with, Russ going there then if he has another team with offensive line issues.
That would be hysterical. Yeah, since that's the team he picked with all of his research. But, he's very meticulous with the research, Steve, so maybe he knows something that you and I don't know because he, kind of does prepare.
Whatever. What does he know that we don't know?
What does he know that we don't know? Very excited, though, for the Mariners. I really, really am. I forgot about Derek Winker. Kyle Lewis is still not, I don't think, going to be ready for opening day. So the idea...
What the hell?
Yeah, so getting Derek Winker is even better. Imagine when Kyle comes back and you've got him in the outfield, you've got Winker in the outfield. I mean, this team is wow, but that's a good move just because they know they're not going to have Kyle for the beginning of the season. So I like that move even better.
And I got to imagine they probably still have some more stuff they're going to be doing during this time leading up to the training camp just started.
Yeah. It's
probably some more transactions could still happen before
they got to. There's a lot of people still in the market. A lot of folks wondered if they go for Carlos Correa, but I don't think they will. But everybody seems to want to get that dude, the all-star shortstop for the Astros, who's a free agent.
More importantly, though, with the Mariners, they got to. I know you got bills to pay and you got salaries to take care of, but we need to pump the brakes on what we're charging for baseball hats these days.
Oh, what are the hats costing?
Oh my dude, they just released a brand new spring training hat, which looks awesome. I was like, I got to get this hat.
Yeah. Okay.
It's $43.
Whoa!
I can't justify $40 for a hat.
What are you paying for caps these days? $43. I have no idea what a cap costs.
It's like I'm nitpicking because I probably would drop like $30, $35, no problem. But it's like the extra. Yeah. It's once we go over the $40 amount, I feel like that's just ridiculous. Now, the hat is cool. They have a couple different versions.
Oh, I like that hat.
I like that they're leaning into the compass a lot more.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that's been new over the past year or so.
The flat brim one is the one I'm looking at. And it's weird because it's a fitted cap, but it's mesh. And I know that those have been out apparently, but it's never been on my radar to see like a new era cap that's fitted, that's a mesh back.
Yep. How do they do that? That's
magic.
Like super science. Yeah, I don't know how they get that done.
Science.
Wow. That's a sweet looking hat. Is that black? It looks black.
It looks black to me.
Yeah. Wow.
It's navy? Man, my eyes are messed. I thought for sure that was black, so that even helps. Okay, and my decision's made.
So you're not going to get it?
No, I probably would still get it. I really like that hat. I'm just not dropping $43 for it.
Yeah. It's a sweet looking hat, though.
It's a very sweet looking hat. I'm aware of that, BJ.
Yeah, and it's got the mesh too, dude. That is pretty sweet for a summertime wearing.
Yeah, I like the spring training. Whenever they put out like some random like spring training specific stuff, I think it's cool.
Oh yeah, all the unis and stuff that they wear in spring training. There's some cool looking stuff there. I'm digging that myself.
Don't they have enough of our money? You really got to jack the price of the hats
they
up
just
to that.
they got Derek Winker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got to pay for that guy somehow.
If they win the World Series, I'll drop $40 for a Mariners hat.
They win but then you're going to probably want to get the World Championship hat, won't you?
Yeah. I didn't say which hat I'd get. I just said I will pay $40 for a Mariners cap.
But boy, you're going to give it. What if this is the only time they run this spring training cap, and this could have been the World Series training year? Oh, Steve, are you sure you want to pass this up?
Nice effort. I'm not doing it.
I was going to say, no, the way that you do it, BJ, is you actually have to take him to a game, and then when we're both at the team stores, be like, that hat's awesome, because that's what we do to each other, and then Steve and I walk away with like $300 worth of it.
That's exactly what happened the last time we went to the Kraken team shop. Danny and I are not, we should never go into a store together.
No.
It's a terrible idea because neither one of us is telling anyone to make the right decisions.
That's why I got to stay away from both of you.
Like, the only reason why I didn't buy something is because they didn't have my size. I was fully prepared. Like, it's $70. That's not in my price range. And Dave's like, but it looks good.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, I'll get it.
All right, pick it up.
Yeah, thankfully I only had smalls and triple extra larges. So I got to be drastic in what I eat either direction to be able to fit in one of those.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Speaking of the Mariners, somebody brought up earlier, we were talking about what's a random pop culture event or a news thing that just got you over the top excited. And this person said, I went over the moon excited when I heard that we were getting Ken Griffey Jr. back in 2009 to the Seattle Mariners. As a lifelong fan of the M's, it was great to see my idol come back home. That was a cool,
it was
story.
Cool, even though he was, a shadow of what he was. But still, yeah, it was cool. I also thought it was cool when Ichiro came back for the game they played in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah, I just thought, that was a very cool moment.
And Ichiro, is he still on the team, like in a coaching role or some kind of ambassador role?
An advisory.
Because I'm pretty sure he's at spring training.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's, look, the guy was like one of the best hitters to ever see the game ever saw. So you want him coaching people, that's for sure.
What's he going to be able to tell those guys?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Actually, I have no idea. Nowadays, though, man, with all the film and everything that they have, it's amazing what they can tell you, and a slight adjustment you make to the way you put your foot, the way you put your elbow, makes an amazing amount of difference. Just how you stand in the batter's box. It's nuts just how those slight adjustments actually do something.
So we were talking earlier about like what you wore on your first date, because it all started with that woman that went on a date because of someone she met on Tinder, and he showed up wearing SpongeBob SquarePants pajamas. This person said, when I met my wife, I was wearing blue jeans, a white hat, and an O.J. Simpson throwback jersey. That was 16 years ago.
An O.J. Simpson throwback jersey. And 16 years ago, he was still in trouble, wasn't he, 16 years ago?
That was post what made him infamous for.
Yeah, what the hell? Why would you be rocking that? That to me, especially if
what if the girl doesn't know anything about sports? How do you answer that question? Like, cool jersey.
Who is that?
Who's Simpson? And you say O.J. Simpson, and then she's like,
how do you get behind that guy? That is, your wife's amazing if she's still with you. I guess I'm assuming she is.
Unless she has a dark sense of humor.
Yeah,
that'd be like showing up, like, if you're on a date and a woman showed up with, like, I don't know, Lorena Bobbitt jersey, if there was even one.
Yeah,
I don't know what team she played for.
We got to get a Lorena Bobbitt jersey. Let's call the Mariners and see if they can get you one for spring training. Yeah, go with that sweet hat. Yeah, that's trippy to me. I know that OJ was one of the best running backs the game ever saw, and also was amazing for the African American community back in those days. But man, post that, OJ, talk about a tale of two lives.
Maybe he's a big fan of him in those movies, like Naked Gun?
Yeah. Again, those were all pre. Holy crap, OJ, what the hell is going on over here?
He's a fan of Naked Gun, dipped into a coma, just came through, didn't realize it.
Oh, he woke up and was like, man, I love this guy. Wait, what?
OJ's still a hero.
That's it. All right, I'll take it. That's why she married him. She's like, oh, look, he's at a coma. And he's out now. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
If 2020 has taught us anything, it's to take nothing for granted. So when you expect hot water and get cold, when you expect the shower to drain and it doesn't, when you turn the furnace on and it won't start, stop freaking and call Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. 1-800-FREAKIN'.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Damn it, Vicky, you still have your headphones off.
Yes, you did too.
I know. I thought you had your headphones on.
Did you too? He farted, yeah.
Did it again.
It was like, boop, boop.
blowing bubbles in there, man.
Toot toot, bitches.
All right, well, I'm glad I'm not around for that one.
Yeah, I legit thought your headphones were on. I wouldn't have done that if your headphones were off. I'm respectful.
Oh, yeah, doing it in stealth is respectful.
Yes, if you can't hear it, it didn't happen.
Yeah, okay.
It's like that whole tree falls in the woods thing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
No?
That's
Okay.
exactly what it is. Fine.
Oh, I have a text to read, guys. I don't know why.
Yeah, we probably should get to that.
All right, somebody said, hey, my wife and I were talking about this last night, as our 2-year-old seems to have a problem where she adds an H to some of her words, especially when she says to mommy, sit, LOL.
Oh, no.
Nice. Do you think it's funny when kids curse or tacky? Have a great show. I think it depends on the age.
It's always funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, if like an 8-year-old's like, what's up, mother effers? Okay, yeah, I would laugh at that. Never mind.
Yeah, come on, 8 years old? It's like, oh, look at little Samuel L. Jackson over there.
It's harmless. I wouldn't go out of my way to teach my kid how to curse. But right now, Tatum's having a tough time saying clock because we just got a big clock in our room.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And you know exactly why I'm laughing.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we didn't, so trying to emphasize the L in clock for her.
Yeah. Well, that's tough to get the C and the L together like that. You know, I mean, with that little kid trying to figure it out.
Sometimes it's like she says words. I'm like, I have no idea what you're trying to say. And then other things she'll say plain as day. And you're like, that you shouldn't say.
Yeah. I think she's taking more and more after you.
Yes.
See, Lily never really cussed. Not even on accident, but especially now that she's older. And granted, knock on wood, I know it's coming at some point, but she hasn't picked up any of the bad words. And granted, I don't cuss around her. When I'm around her, it's like I'm on the radio. I just don't say bad words. But her mom, on the other hand, is quite the potty mouth. So I'm surprised it hasn't started yet.
Yeah. Does she try and keep her mouth clean around her?
No, not at all.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She is.
Does that bother you?
Not at all. I don't
Okay, I didn't know. Maybe it would.
No, yeah. And Lily.
Do you need us to talk to her?
But then Lily doesn't also pick it up. I mean, I think if Lily was cussing a lot, and especially if Lily was cussing and then she would be getting in trouble, that would bother me because it's like, well, you're the one that's perpetuating this because she knows that I don't cuss around her.
That's pretty wild that she hasn't picked up the words. I wonder if she's aware that they're bad words.
I don't know.
Or maybe because Dad doesn't do it, she doesn't want to do it.
Maybe. I mean, but it's been really weird to me to because I thought for sure at least the F word was going to come out at least once or twice, and it just hasn't. And we made almost 8 years without her getting in trouble for that. So yeah,
wow, that is amazing, especially if your ex is a potty mouth.
Very much so.
That kid's miraculous, I tell you.
Yes, she is.
And of course, Steve's
She's a crazy little ass.
Meanwhile, Steve's kid didn't take long.
Well, I mean,
it's not an accident.
It's an accident. That's not like an actual. She's not saying the word.
You don't know what these kids are thinking.
I'm positive, DJ.
I'm telling you right now, the doctors, they've done research. These kids, they're rascals, all of them.
And she's like, I could sneak in a bad word if I talk about the clock.
That's exactly what I would do. I mean, you know what? I'm giving her benefit of the doubt that she's a pretty smart kid.
I do like that texter saying that. A kid saying mommy sit, but saying a different word.
That's fantastic.
It just sounds hilarious. Yeah. I would laugh every time. Mommy poop.
Yeah. I love that plan. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Oh, it looks like someone's throwing in their hat into the mix for wanting to be the next Seahawks quarterback, BJ.
Oh, who's that?
Our friend John Ryan. He just tweeted, I heard the Seahawks are looking for a new quarterback. I'll just place my resume right here. And it's a picture of him throwing that ball.
That's funny.
Where he's making that crazy face.
Oh, my gosh. That's...
Bring him in.
That's hysterical. Really, for a punter... to have the moments that John Ryan had. Seriously, you never hear about. I mean, he was part of some great stuff.
He makes me think he had some iconic moments, and then I think about another punter that just got released today from the Rams, Johnny Hecker, who's from around here. He's a Northwest guy. I think he's from Puyallup, if I remember correctly. But I'll never forget that time where he tried to get in the face of one of the Seahawks players. I think it was Cliff Averill, who just kind of did that flinch thing, and he just kind of cowered. It's such a great meme that's out there, a great gift that people have posted up there.
That's awesome.
But he's out there. I love if someone's like, Seahawks should get him. I'm like,
why?
We have Michael Dixon, who's
he was
one of the best in the league. Why would we drop a younger, it's arguable who's better. Obviously, I think they're both very good, but why would you get rid of a guy who has way more of an upside just so you could bring in someone that's from the Northwest?
Yeah, look, I'm all for being local and everything, but I'd rather bring in Cooper Kupp before I bring in that guy. If I had to choose a
twist my arm, BJ.
Yeah, if I really had to bring in a Northwesterner, let's get that Kupp kid. I hear he can be pretty good.
Earlier we were talking about first dates and stuff like that. Someone said I went on a first date, and my date showed up with her ex-boyfriend.
What?
He needed a ride to work, and his work was a block from where we were going out. She figured he could join us for a drink. Oddly enough, we're now married. Her and him, not that. And the guy, he's one of my better friends. Still a strange way to start both relationships. You the man, Jeff, LOL. What's up, Jeff?
Well, all right, I guess that worked out. I mean, see, this is a different time. I would have been done. I would have been like, no, this date's over.
That would be the weirdest thing. But, yeah. I mean, maybe you just got to laugh about it, and maybe you just get that. Sometimes you can pick up on a vibe, and you're like, you know what? They don't mean any ill will. This is just a stupid thing. I wouldn't do it myself personally, but maybe he just got that vibe that it wasn't something out of the ordinary for her, I guess.
I would be black and white about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'd be totally black and white about it. It's like, no. But, hey, good news that he was flexible because he's still married. I don't know how long he's been married. And the dude, he says, turns out to be his best friend. I mean, that's insane. So, good thing that it wasn't me because I would have
What if he
walked
bought
away.
the drinks? What if he says, I'll cover these drinks?
Ooh. I mean, I would be sitting there going, what the hell is going on
This is
here?
our first date?
Yeah, and he's buying drinks for everybody. What is he doing? Why is he doing this? Either is he trying to get back with her or is he trying to get rid of her? I would be thinking one of the two. Is he really just trying to grease me so that I will take her off his hands?
This happened to me one time, and it was forever ago, and I was still working back at the old end days, and I remember there was this girl, she's like, we should go out and get lunch sometime. I'm like, that sounds great, because she was attractive, and I'm like, this is going to be awesome. And we met up, it was at the old Ram that was in the University Village, back when that wasn't even, back in the old days, when the only thing there was the Ram.
Yeah,
it was like, there was nothing else. There was none of all the mall stuff going on now. And we get there, and she shows up with a dude, and I'm like, the hell's going on? She's like, this is my boyfriend, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, hi. And he's like, I'm a big fan. And I'm like, what's going on? And in my head, I'm just like, oh, she just thought this was just, let's go hang out. I'm a fan of the station. Let's hang out and be friends. It was so awkward. I was so mad at myself. I was just like, I ended up finishing. I was like, I'm going to eat my food. I'm here for food. Yeah. But I, of course, did not cover to pay their stuff. Like, I was like, I'm just covering mine.
Yeah,
but
really.
It was such a weird moment, like, where you're, like, kind of mad at first, and you're like, who the F is this guy? And then he's the nicest guy in the world. He's like, I'm a big fan. And I'm like, I'm completely thrown for a loop. Nice to meet you.
You're a better person than me.
What are you going to do at that point?
I'm out.
Throw a drink in both of their faces? Screw both
Well,
of you.
I mean, that could involve a physical confrontation that I might not be prepared for, but I'm out. I'm going to be like, oh, I totally thought you wanted to date me. So sorry.
I'll make it even more awkward at work.
Oh, I don't care. I mean, I'm like, that point, it's like, what are you, stupid? I mean, seriously. I mean, is that what I mean, or is it now you just can't assume anything? But if a woman says, hey, let's go to lunch, and a guy says yes, guys don't want to hang out with anybody unless they think you're, going to be romantic or they're your friend. I don't want to hang out with some rando. Well, usually. Right? I mean, is there anybody at work that I don't already like?
Didn't work with me or anything like that. It was just someone I met.
Oh, it wasn't work. Oh,
I thought she's a coworker.
Yeah,
right.
No.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's kind of worse.
That's even worse.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
That would either way is awkward. But
Yeah,
I remember just being there, like looking.
I'm out.
When they first walked in, I'm like, what is going on? Like, how is this even happening?
Oh yeah, I'm out.
And then all of a sudden, there's like, but how? If you would have just been like, "What's up?" then I think I would have walked out. But he was so excited, and he was like, "I'm a huge fan."
Think he really wanted to meet you, and she set it up so that he could?
Yeah.
Wow. That's that's doing one for the team.
Yeah,
I want you to come off like you're interested in this guy so that he agrees to go have lunch with you so that I can meet him.
Because you said he was really good to you, and he said he was a big fan of the show.
Super nice.
So she probably said, hey, I know the guy. Hey, you know that guy you love in the morning? I know him. I'll set up a lunch.
Yeah, I met him. It was met through like an event. And yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know.
I don't understand why she would think that
I didn't hang out again after that.
And this was a while ago where, I don't know, man. I mean, nowadays I feel like, okay, men and women can sort of just do that. But I feel like back when that happened, it's still weird for a woman to go up to a random guy who they semi-know and invite him to lunch without somebody thinking, well, why are we doing this?
So I had a teacher in high school that would bring dates on school field trips.
Oh. All right, there we go. This is why we have new rules in school, kids.
So it said you should ask BJ's cousin what he wore on his first date with her. It was prom, so clearly a tux.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. You know what? You should go ask the snowman. He has more information about it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's still winter. I guess we could ask. Not really.
You go ahead and talk to the snowman and my cousin. You go ahead. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Okay, here's a silly question. Someone said, what would you guys rather give up? Your phone and tablets forever, or give up any salt and food forever?
Any salt and food forever?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I can give up the salt.
Yeah, my doctor would be happy if I gave up the salt.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I love salt, though.
I do, too.
Like, so much.
Like Himalayan? Oh, man.
I'm one of those people that, like, even if it's
pour it in my mouth.
even if it's properly salted while it's cooking, like, I like to have the fresh salt on top.
Oh, like the Turner one?
No, I just use regular table salt. But in the same token, it's just like I need to taste that salt on my steak or whatever it is.
I don't know why, but I always have to get the ones that have where you
The
crank
grinder?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes you feel like you're a fancy boy.
It makes it makes salt. It makes all things taste better. Pepper, salt. It's like it's always. I don't know why. I just feel fancier.
See, I'm picturing like all the things you'd have to give up, like salt on your popcorn, salt on like corn on the cob, salt on a margarita, French fries, potato chips. I'll give up my tablet and my phone if I cannot give up salt.
Yeah.
Wow. That shocks me, Vicky, because you are the tablet queen. You are like the multi-screen queen. What are you going to do?
I'd be stuck on my desktop computer all day, I guess.
But there's no salt in ice cream. I've seen ice cream all the
Salted
time.
caramel.
Oh, damn
Come on, buddy.
You love salted caramel.
Just take
What
my
are you
phone.
doing?
Just take it.
Just take it. You're right.
There's definitely salt in ice cream.
All ice cream?
All ice cream, yeah.
Son
it has
of a
sodium
bitch.
in it, yeah.
Shows what I know, Rev.
Yeah, you're done, buddy. I do not want to go back to MapQuest or the Thomas Guide. I won't give up my phone just for that reason. I used to hate driving until that happened, until we had maps.
It's such a sense of peace not having even when it was a nice upgrade when you could print out like MapQuest directions, but even that sucked because you still had to kind of look really quick and hope that you were on the right line. And
exactly.
But man, that's a game changer.
Yeah, because
French fries will not taste the same without salt.
No.
Have you ever gone to a fast food place where they just freshly got the fries out and forgot to salt them?
Yeah. That's why you gotta have ketchup. Ketchup will fix it. Oh, is there salt? There's definitely salt and ketchup.
But it won't fix it. You still need that fresh salt.
Yeah. There's not enough ketchup in the world.
Somebody will come up with a salt substitute. They'll do it just like they have a sugar substitute. They'll find some tree that tastes like salt. And
so it says Morton's makes no salt. It's great.
What? Oh, see, someone's already done it. All right, we win. Keep the phones.
Oh, yeah. Sodium-free salt.
What the hell does that taste like?
Like salt.
What does a salt alternative taste like?
Yeah, but I worry what they're using. It might be unhealthier than salt.
Oh, well, all right. The taste, then you don't care about the taste. You care about what's in it.
I don't know. I really don't care. I put stupid stuff in my body all the time. Why am I worried?
That's a good point. I'm the same way.
It's a bunch of words I can't pronounce, so it must be healthy.
No, yeah, totally.
It's very healthy.
Isn't that what they say? The harder it is to pronounce the words, the safer and healthier it is for you.
Yeah, you're probably in trouble there, buddy.
I kind of want to try it. I wonder what it's like.
Well, why wouldn't you try it? I mean, salt does have its problems if you have too much of it, so maybe this will work. That's if you're a saltaholic, if you just throw salt in everything.
That's me.
Yeah. See, me, I don't salt anything. So whatever they do for the food usually works out well for me.
Except your attitude.
Hey. Got him.
Got him. All right, there's an important question that has to be answered right now. What do Ryan Castle and a sex doll have in common?
Oh, boy.
I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a sex doll have in common?
Is it the constant look of surprise on my face?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Wow. Wow, that was a great impression.
It's the best I could do.
Yeah.
Oh,
you did great.
Texters, they both just lay there during sex.
It's true. Yeah.
Steve hides.
Boy, if I had the opportunity, sure would.
So police officers were called to Big Wave Bay Road in Hong Kong early Monday after a woman noticed a suspicious package which appeared to be a well-wrapped corpse in a communal trash bin near the beach. Oh, God. And video footage shows two officers wearing protective suits, goggles, and gloves, carefully unwrapping the package, only to find a blonde sex doll wearing a white dress and sports shoes. Oh, the person really went to like a lot of work to throw the sex doll out.
Why? Steve would click on that thumbnail.
Oh, I have.
Wow, that is, why throw out a perfectly good, plus all the good stuff she's wearing? All right.
She's very popular in the evidence room right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's something she said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
What?
Wow. Ryan Castle, he's got a 12-pack. He's up next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Forgot how to wear pants for a date? Yeah!
Mickey, of all people, I thought you would be like, look, man, for some people, this would be fine.
If you're going to be wearing sweats or pajamas, can they at least be neutral? Gray sweatpants, give us a little eye candy,
wow.
As opposed to SpongeBob.
Wow. Yeah, wow. We want to see what bulge you're working with, guys.
That was not expected.
The great sweats showing off the bulge.
Oh, okay.
Bulge.
Gray sweatpants are a girl's best friend.
I'm sorry I went over and asked that question.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
When the hot water needs to be hot, when the drain needs to drain, when the toilet needs to flush, you need to do two things. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. On call and there when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.